Hey, everybody. I apologize a bit, I'm after a shower, but I really want to share this with you. I'm afraid to let all my thoughts go to waste, so I'm not going to wait until my hair is dry. 3 ways to keep a personal journal. Personal diary. What's it for? I believe that a personal diary is one of one of the most important ways to change your life. If you are still young, then it is just something from which a person begins to realize himself in the world, other people, and what helps him to experience different moments of life, their love, some of parents. Well, there's someone singing my song tonight. Oh, my God. I hope you can hear me well. Let's not wait until they finish. But he's so loud. A personal diary, 3 ways on how to keep one. So, the first way is when you don't want to at all. And this video you somehow happen to watch all the way to this point. Just suddenly hear something new in there. And a personal journal for you is. I don't know what to write there. Why? It's too bad you didn't go through this when you were young. That's too bad. That said, it's never too late to start. And the first way is to lead them by force. I don't want to. I don't understand why I would do that. But I probably don't need it. Well, probably a bunch, I guess. These are all the ones we're probably cleaning up. I say it needs to be done, and we do it. Give it 21 days. This is the period during which all the microflora in our body changes. This is the period during which cells are renewed, neural connections are cemented with new ones. Make it 21 days. This is the period in which we can, if we like it, translate the habit into our lives during that period. So the first way is by force. I'm forcing you to do it. I don't know what to write. Okay. So we open the journal, write today's date and write. I don't know what to write. I was told to write something. I don't know what to write. Okay. The weather is nice today. Next. Of course, the point is to write what you feel. Things that you want to talk about, to get out. That's what's been rattling around in your head. Maybe a relationship with a man, a relationship with your kids, a relationship at work. It's anywhere. And you have this constant engagement in your head. This is so, this is not so, and this is why so. Why would he do that here? And all this should be written down here, so that it is not in your head somehow, in ethereal space, but directly on a sheet of paper. And you should keep this personal diary in a place where no one will read it. I want to tell my secret to this place, but I'm going to tell it now in case any of my homies find out. Actually no, I have suitcases, a lot of suitcases, I'm a traveler. And these suitcases have code locks on them. And sometimes I put my personal journal in there under my code lock. And I believe it's a safe hiding place. Next. The second way to write a personal diary is when you write when you have a storm of emotions, when something happened, someone misunderstood something happened, a breakup, a crush, I don't know, but a huge amount of energy keeps you awake. You can't sleep, or you wake up, you don't know where to go, and here you have a rush. And you're kind of telling your girlfriends, or you're lacking. Here, take it and write. Everything as you see it, as you feel it. I hate him, the bastard. I think I'll make sure he calls me. Please, 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 a million times, please, you can write to the end of the page. That is, everything that you directly feel, and it translates into words, all of it spilling out on the page. This is the second way to write, to work with a journal, in order to give this one an outlet. And the third one, the most important one, I think, is the most conscious, and what I've been doing, you could say, my whole life. First you will write if you've never written, particularly don't understand. Well, writing and writing, well, I guess I should. Yeah, well, that's a relief, isn't it? Somewhere spewed out some energy there, here he is so-and-so, or ha, my goodness, what's he like? And this is all you spout, 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 spout. And here's the third way, is for those who take their lives very seriously. For awareness, for conscious people who don't just live, but try to analyze. This third way to analyze it. So you take, let's say, I don't know, it's been a week, yeah, and you reread what you wrote. You reread, smile, these are your thoughts, you wrote them yourself, as it were. And some were your thinking, yeah. And some where you think, well done, I did good, I did good, I did good. You have this kind of, I want to use a very word, quantum thing going on, because the moment you wrote. And that moment, that now, when you reread it, there's like no time and space, past, present, future. And you're kind of one person, one and the same. Only here you're spouting off, and here you're on your third look at the side analyzing. And kind of the overall result is that this is the work, it gives you growth. Quantum growth, quantum leap. You by rereading, by analyzing, you draw conclusions. This is something that could have been done wrong. This is something that could have been done like this. This is where I'm good. This is cool. This is funny. Well, hilarious. That is, you, having passed the time, whatever the event, hard, sad, happy, joyful. Time heals all things. And after a time to return there and analyze already that future person, it is a very big work for your internal development. So reread it all, analyze it, and that's it, and then, let's say, write again what you are going through, what your worries are, what you are tormented by. And here we are rereading the nearest one, right? And imagine that a year would pass, for example. Well, you're not going to die a year from tomorrow. You have a long life. So everyone can have a long life, my subscribers. You're welcome. Accordingly, in year, in 2, in 10, you will definitely reread it the same way. This is very cool because when you reread it a week later, you're still kind of the same person. Rereading it 2 months later, it's like these memories are still fresh, you're still living in the same time, right? But rereading a few years later, here's what you wrote, that's also analysis happening, but it's happening on a different level. So you're already a different person, you've already changed completely. God willing. Here you go. And rereading it many years later, there's more work going on. It's like, you know, with your ancestors, there's already a working out of the ancestral channel. When you go back to your ancestors with the help of special practices, and work out what they wanted, what they thought there, why their life influences your life, your decisions, your relationships with people, with men. This is all about working through the birth canal. This is this. One practice, and here you work through the closest to you ancestral channel of yourself. That is, you are already another person there. You are your child. You are your parent. You are already another person there. Reading these pages after a year, 2, 3, 10 years. You kind of return to your ancestral channel and work through these residual tales that remain. So you either thank yourself or you give yourself permission. You understand yourself. You realize that at that moment you could have done exactly that and no other way. So this is something to work through and accept after many, many years is very expensive. Here, that's why personal diaries are kept that way, and that's how they're hidden, and always recommended. Take some really nice cover of a nice cover that you like, a nice pen and write. Write and hide it so no one reads it, because if you have a constant feeling that someone might read it, like you write about your husband and he might pick it up and read it, then you're going to write like that. How you'd like him to read it if he finds it important. Well, it's not fair, and it doesn't make any sense. Well, then what's the big deal? Well, then why do it right? Writing needs to be something you can work with yourself. And with yourself to work with, you have to be completely sincere, completely put out. And you can only fully put yourself out there if you know that no one will read it, and then use it against you. You're so, all of it. Yeah, that's it. To keep that from happening, you have to hide the diary so no one can find it. You know, when I was a kid, we used to put up blocks. But it's a provocation. Blocks are a provocation. The person knows you have some secrets and they get interested. And someday you'll forget to lock the lock, or he'll find a key on purpose or something. Therefore, there's no need to provoke the person. It is better that none of the household knows at all that you have such a secret friend that you hide in a suitcase in a dark corner. If you don't have such a suitcase, buy one. What about him? A suitcase always comes in handy. House don't incurred. Yeah, I bought a suitcase. Who's gonna get in there, that suitcase? Especially if it's going to be padlocked.